Hello. Sir David the Bard out of here in Australia, coming to you from Kangaroo City. And today I'm in the Australian Temple, and I'm in the parking lot, hiding under a blanket in my car. I don't think the day and nights will be looking for me here either. Anyway, I just had two of the sweetest girls that watch me. I can't tell how sweet people are unless they make comments, but Sir Girl, I guess, and what do I want to say, Sister Young. Now she's pissed. Now she's not a sister anymore. Anyway, they say they have a fan club going for me. Now they said, don't get your hopes up too high. There's only two of us here. I go, shit. Story of my life, you know. I run into the BYU auditorium, and they'll say, 9,000 naked girls just left, and here's the Bard. Story of my life. But they're sure cute, and they're sweet, and I think one of them is from England, and one's, I think, from Tennessee. I don't know. But anyway, I needed to come on for my therapy. I'm not here to entertain you guys. I don't give a shit. If you have a bad life, it just matches mine and everybody else that's down here. I had to make a tough decision today. And, you know, I'm almost 66 years old, and I've made some life and death decisions over, you know, more than a half a century. And I don't like those decisions because they seriously affect many people. And my little Alison, you know, I just adore her. And Abigail, she came by yesterday, and I told her, I said, you don't come by to get your $80 skateboard until you show up at this house in a dress, smiling and acting like a real nice human being. She had the dress on. The rest of it, I just kind of let go. And then found out an hour later she stole some stuff out of her sister's room, hid it. We didn't see her take it. It went home, and yeah, sure enough, Dan found it down at his place. So I don't know how he punished her. He's a good man, and he'll figure something out. Anyway, my wife usually doesn't have Sundays off, and you know she's still LDS. Now, being married to an atheist and being LDS is probably not one of the easier things to put on a resume trying to get a job. Anyway, she wanted to go to church today. Well, you know, I have a friend. Well, I used to. He shuns me now because I left the church. I have a friend. And he's a tyrant. Oh, the power of the priesthood, and I have the pain that you will shut your mouth, get out in the kitchen and cook, and then get in the bedroom and lay down. I mean, he is really LDS, and I'm not. So I'm on his shit list, and he used to call me, and his wife and my wife were the best friends in the Philippines, and he and I were the best friends here in the United States, and we all got together till I left the church. Now, he doesn't exist, or I don't exist in his life. Well, anyway, that's not my personality. One of the things I found that has caused me a lot of distress in my life is I give people a lot of room. It's their life. It's their life. And I swear that always comes around and stabs me in the back. Well, I've just put on a backstabbing vest. Because I'm not going to change. I am not going to rule over other human beings. They have to learn. They have to make mistakes. I understand that. But today, Mercy wanted to go to church. Other than my screaming and yelling, slamming at doors, and throwing shit through the house, I took that pretty good. Then she says, Alison's going to go with me. Now, I can't tell you how I felt then, and I feel the same way now. It's like 8 hours later. Says, you're taking my baby over to the cult. She says, yes. I said, okay. Now, I'm glad I have a social work degree. I have a couple of master's degrees. And I've learned to just sit and shut up rather than kill somebody. So anyway, I'm just sitting there watching TV. Have fun. Enjoy yourself, girls. And off they go. Well, I'm sitting there. Now, most of you who follow my program, you know I've got 8 or 9 kids. I've got 14 altogether. Alison is the last one that we know of. And 8 or 9 of them, they don't even talk to me because I left the Mormon church. And they shun me. Of course, the Mormon church doesn't shun. But I haven't heard from them in 10 or 15 years, and I don't want to. I don't want to be around people who love their underwear more than other family members. You know, prop your garments up at night and paint a dad head on it. Hi, Dad. No. Put a pair of Hanes jockey shorts there and then paint my head on it. What a reason to hate your father. Well, anyway, I don't have anything to do with those kids, and that's okay. Out of my 1,000 videos, you can go back and see me disinherit each one. All of them have lost millions of dollars of my inheritance. Well, be that as it may, I sat there and I said to her, "Are you going to go to all 3 hours?" And she says, "Oh, yeah." And I said, "Well, that means Alison then is going to be in a Sunday school primary class worshiping Joseph Smith." "Alison, come in here. Dad wants to talk to you." So she comes in and I say, "Now listen, you're getting to be almost 11." She's starting to grow into a lady, if you know what I mean. And I said, I don't want to be a ruler. I don't want to be a tyrant. I'm going to let you go. But I want you to listen to both sides of the story and make up your own mind. And I said, now they're going to give you cookies, cupcakes, and a lot of Kool-Aid to try to get you to join their church. You will not pray in the Mormon church. If they say to you, Alison, would you like to give the prayer? You can say, no, my father won't allow it. And if they want you to bear a testimony, which is saying that you believe in magic things that don't exist, you'll say, no, my father doesn't allow it. So I thought, you know, a balance here, a balance. Let her go and whatever. Well, she went and she saw some of her friends there. And they all welcomed her with the friendship, the fellow friendship arm. You know, I don't know, the Pele Ale. I don't know how they welcomed her, but anyway, love bomb. That's the words I was looking for. Love bombed her. So anyway, she comes home and she was happy. She was happy, and I like to see my girls up and happy. And I said, well, what was your Sunday school lesson on? She says, I don't know. I said, well, no one else knows over there either. You're fitting right in. Oh, no, I do remember, Dad. It was about a man. It was about a man, and his hip bone fell off, and he laid on his face on the earth for 5 weeks. And Jesus gave him a new one, and he got up and started dancing. Now, this is what I haven't even heard. I'm pretty good in the Bible stuff and the Book of Mormon, but this one I haven't even heard. And I looked at Alison and said, Alison, how long does it take for a broken arm to heal? She said, about 4 weeks, maybe 5 or 6 weeks. That's right. Said, do you believe that Jesus gave this man a hip replacement free while he was laying on the ground for 4 or 5 weeks? She says, well, and I can see she's smart as a tack. Her mom's standing there, and if she says yes, her mom is going to go. And if she says no, I'm going to. So the poor child goes, you know, I'm not sure, Dad. I go, okay, you don't have to be sure. But Alison, they will lie to you over there and tell you stories that are not true. And you know that Joseph Smith married your sister. Your sister now is older than Helen Mar Kimball. And she said, well, I don't think they do that anymore. I said, they do, but make up your own mind. So she met her little boyfriend over there, and she said, Dad, can I go out and play? And I said, sure, go out and play. So she goes over, and I can't think of his name, and ask him if he play. He can't play. It's Sunday. She comes back to me and says, Dad, what the hell? I said, well, the Mormons don't let their kids play on Sunday. They're going to run a concentration camp for their children. They can't go swimming. They can't. She goes, oh, I didn't know that. I said, there's a lot of things you don't know about the Mormons. So, anyway, I can't tell you how many fearful, negative feelings have gone through me in the last 12 hours. I can't tell you how upset I am. I can't tell you how horrified I am. So I called my wife into the bedroom, and she's dressed in her dress, and she's all pretty and whatever, and sat her down on the bed and said, hey, we need to talk. And I'm just like women. When I say to my wife, we need to talk, it ain't going to be good news. It ain't going to be good news. So I said, listen, we need to do a little bit of coordinating here. Today, we fed the same poison to Alison that I fed to 8, 9, 10 of my other children, and they all died. Your cult is going to teach her to love your cult more than her father. Your church cult is going to give her magic special underwear, which is going to make her look silly. Your cult is going to say to her, you don't want to get married outside the temple. You want to do it right the first time. Go tell your dad that it's his choice. He won't join our church, and he won't pay tithing, and it's his decision not to see you married. It's his fault. I told Mercy, been there, done that. I said, Mercy, I was a member of your damn cult longer than you've been alive. Longer than you've been alive. So I said, I'll tell you what. Here's where we're going. I'm 66. I don't ever care if I'm 67. The rest of my life, I told Mercy, I said, I've lived a very happy life since I got out of your cult, and I'm going to continue to. I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to be cool, like the Fonz. And all of you are too young to know who Fonzie was. So anyway, she says, well, that's good. I said, and from now on, when she wants permission to do anything with the Mormon church, pray, dance, jump up and down, push hand carts, get baptized for the dead, whatever, I said, you go ahead and you make the decision. The Bard is out of this. I'm not a controlling, hysterical priesthood holder. I'm not going to do it. But I'll tell you what I am going to do. I know your people, and I know your cult. They are dividing families. They're not uniting families. We're very happy right now. We go places, we go on vacation, we do things. There's no screaming, there's no yelling, there's no smoking, there's no drinking. Everything right now is good. And now that we start dumping down that baby's mouth cult doctrine, things are going to go to shit. When I used to run AA meetings, one of the things we used to say in AA is if nothing changes, nothing changes. Well, what do we have control over? I'm not going to be abusive and be over-controlling of my children or my wife or other people around me. You can see on my board, people call me, the Aflac man. They say all kinds of mean things. I go, okay, I don't care. You can say whatever you want. It's not my personality to rule like that. I would be a bad Mormon prophet, a very bad Mormon prophet. So I told Mercy this. I said, you know what? I only have control over me and my life. That's all I have control over. And you're going to say to me, the church is perfect, but not the people. And I'm going to say to you, neither are even close to perfect. But you can say what you want. So you're going to make this decision, not me. I've made life and death decisions over, going up on a century now. They're hard. Now you make a hard one. You can let Alison be as much of a Mormon as you want her to be. Here is the, what's that legal term? Disclaimer? Nah, that's a better term. Here is the problem. I'm going to treat her like a regular, normal daughter. You can send her to the girls' camp, boys' camp, have her go up in the sleeping bags with the priesthood holders, with the Boy Scouts and get screwed. I don't care. You do what you want to do. But I'm going to tell you one thing, wife. I have control over me. I don't have control over you. I don't have control over Alison. And you think that cult is going to make her better because Abigail was a lesbian. that because Abigail didn't go to the Mormon church, she turned a lesbian. You know? It's like Ron Wilson says, you can't fix stupid. You can't fix stupid. So I sit and listen, so I finally gave Mercy the contingency. That's the right word. Contingency. I said the very first time, if it's tomorrow, it's tomorrow. If it's 20 years or 30, whatever it is, Mercy, when your people, who aren't perfect, and your cult, who are not perfect, get that little girl sucked in to their treacherous doctrines and policies and procedures, as long as it doesn't affect me and my relationship with Alison, no big deal. But let me warn you, you're making a life and death decision. I'm leaving it up to you. The very first time that Alison chooses the Mormon church or its doctrines over her father, I'm going to find out if Jesus is really there. I have a right to my own life. I have a right to happiness. I've been in a living hell. I was in your damn cult for 53 or 2 years, whatever it was. I have a right to die in peace and in harmony and with my children around me. And the very first time she crosses me, and your people have made it more important for her to love her underwear or love her counselors or her bishop or her marriage, I'm going to go visit Jesus. You make the decision. You're a cult member. How much do you trust your people? How much do you trust your church, if you want to call it that they don't take my last daughter away from me? And if they do, and you think I'm going to sit in a chair and, oh, I've lost my last daughter, and pain away, you're wrong. The bar's out of here. Alison can take my show over. I'm not going to live like that. Sorry. That's toxic. That's toxic. I'm nobody. But I've worked hard in my life. I'm an honest person. I don't lie. I don't cheat. I don't steal. I have a right to retire in peace, with harmony, and with dignity. And if you think I'm going to take on the Mormon church another time after what they did to me for 53 years and end my life that way, you're nuts. You're nuts. The Bard and Homie don't play that. The very first time your people take her away, or the organization takes her away, she won't have to shun me like the other kids. There'll be nothing to shun. That's good therapy. I'm glad I can talk to myself a little bit. Thanks.